where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio.
Yeah.
The world of hip-hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to planes. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tunes. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, S.I Shawn, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in the Rally Radio.
Where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Whoop, 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 whoop. I don't know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me, man. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Rally Radio in the building.
Factory. It's been a breezely though every single trip.
Like, what's going on here? What color's your mic?
Green.
Yeah. How about now?
It's been a breezely.
One more time.
It's been a greasy every time.
Seneca, what's good? Shout
Let's
to my
go.
guy Seneca, tuned in early. What it is? Shout to everybody.
In.
We appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. It's just been one heck of a dog fight.
Yeah, it's always
Trying to get everything right. But you know, we're going to talk about today. You see it in the title. Car shows versus car meets.
Yes, sir.
Which do you prefer?
Ooh.
We've actually got a chance to go to both. And I was, oh, man, we're going to kick a little bit of dirt today. No vehicular trees.
Yeah, no vehicular trees in that. You know what I'm saying? At the most.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But we definitely going to be telling the truth up in here because we've seen some things that we did not agree with. I definitely didn't
100%.
agree with. And I just said, is this what we look forward to? Like, we're looking forward to the season, and this is what it is? I'm good then.
Then I'm good then.
I'm good. Shout out to everybody who tuned in, paying attention early. Be sorry for coming on late. All kind of shenanigans going on out here, man.
Factory. You ain't lying about that, man.
We made it. We made it. We are in the building. Shout out to everybody who rocked with us, paying attention. We are in the building. And like I said, before we even jump into anything, I just wanted to give a quick shout out.
100%.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Shout to my guy. Oh, you know, I hate to put his name out there, but shout to my guy, Bad B.
Let's go.
Supercharged Hellcat Red Eye.
Ooh. Wee.
He's shooting for some big numbers.
Yeah, for sure.
He's shooting for some big numbers. He was like, yo, I'm going for a couple bands.
Damn. About 1,600?
Probably more than that. Shout to him. Shout to Seneca, my guy. Shout to On the Mark Photography.
Yeah.
In the building early.
Let's go.
We appreciate everybody for tuning in. And I'm glad we got a photographer on because he could definitely help us. What do you prefer? Car shows versus car meets? And a lot of people's like, you know what? What's the difference? Well, I believe there is a difference.
Absolutely.
Shout to, like, I feel like with car shows, you're gonna get your little glitz and glamour. You know, you're gonna get your little glitz and glamour cars or whatever have you, right?
Yeah. On a car show.
At a car show.
Okay.
But I feel like a car show eliminates a lot of that little stuff that we won't be wanting to deal with.
Nah, I hear that. Absolutely.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, it's very interesting, man. Like, you're gonna get the glitz and glamour, but a car show you can bring your kids to.
Factory.
You can actually get a look at the cars. We can't get in it. Nobody want you to get in their car or whatever. But at the end of the day, you get a good look. There's a good chance the owner's there. You can talk to the owner. It may be some music, maybe some other things going on. But at the end of the day, it's kind of to a minimum. It's not over the top.
Yeah, it's like a little background music where you still can have a good conversation with somebody. You don't got to scream at them like you had a WWE match.
Right. Which is crazy, by the way. Shout to my guy, SP the Dawn. He's in the building. He said, not for nothing, car meets are supposed to be an extension of people's personalities. That's something that's missing from car shows. Okay, I didn't look at it like that. Shout to my guy, Seneca again. He said car meets can be the difference between a lounge or the tunnel.
That's real.
That's a fact. Shout to my guy, Dave, on the check-in. Don't forget, check out his show, First Out to the Next Stop, Mondays, 4:30 to 6:30. One of the greatest sports shows we got going on out here. Shout to Seneca. He said, you don't know what you're getting. That's a fact. And it's like the more that we went to this car show last week, and shout to everybody who we don't want to kick no dirt on the car show. But I will say this, it was free.
Absolutely.
And I think that
All capitals.
It was.
Yeah.
I think that's why at the end of the day,
Mhm.
it had a lot of riffraff and a lot of things going on in there, man.
Absolutely.
Shout to
Absolutely,
On the
son.
Mark Photography. He said for pictures, shows, but I generally prefer individual shoots with a background of my choosing that gives a vibe. There's more vibes and feelings I can portray at a show rather than to me. That makes sense. Shout to my guy On the Mark Photography. Don't forget, check him out. You're looking for a cameraman right here. Don't forget to drop your info in the comments so we can shout you out. Shout to the Facebook user, you already know what it is. It's crazy out here, but we wanted to talk about it a little bit. We got other things we're gonna talk about with the show, but this is definitely something that I felt like we had to talk about, man, because we looking forward to the car show season. And don't forget, there's a YouTube video that will be landing soon about that whole thing that we experienced. I will say, however, you know, because we love cars the way we do, it was great.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I feel like just because, you know, the cars itself.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But then again, honestly, I feel like they were shadowed. They was like being shadowed a little bit because of all the extracurricular activities that was happening.
And when we say extracurricular, when we say extracurricular, now we don't mean like, we don't mean like a little like, you know, people having a sidebar conversation over there.
Yeah. Not like that. Not like that at all, son.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
When did hookah become part of the car scene?
Damn.
Nah, keep it a buck. When did smoking and getting high become part of the car scene?
I guess I don't know, because I feel like I missed that memo. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I missed that part. I don't know when it became a part of it. Maybe, you know, in the last, I guess I don't know when it became so overt in the car scene like that.
So
you know
over the top.
Yeah, like I don't know.
I don't know. I tell you what, at this point,
Mm-hmm.
we was at that car show, and I mean, I was like, yo, like trying to not walk away with a contact high. Like, I'm just here to see the cars.
Yo, and that's you know where it gets a little wild, because you go in there for the V's and then it turned into something completely different. Like it's not even about the cars. So that's what I mean by it. They got overshadowed by all this other stuff going on. But as far as walking around with the hookah and all is concerned, I don't know when that became a part of it, son.
It's like, and it's out of it's like, yo, how are you even enjoying this joint? I don't know. But then I said, like, now you want me to bring my $200,000 car. And that was another thing. There was a lot of expensive cars out there.
Yeah. Honestly, like the machinery was great. It was though, but it wasn't. Feel like it really wasn't centered around that though.
Shout to On the Mark Photography.
Let's go.
He said when the old heads stop bringing their coolers full of beer, the young kids bring their own substances. Same game, new players. I don't know.
I don't know neither.
I mean, I hear that, but at the same time, I mean, I guess it could be the same thing. What do you think?
You know, okay, let's say, you know, you could use that right there. Okay, you bring the coolest filler, filler the booze and all that, right? But is it still more of a welcoming ordeal? Like, yo, you want to go up to the people with the cooler, with the beer, yo, let me talk to you about your car. You know? Or is it like I gotta be on defense because you might think I'm trying to plot? Which one is it? So I don't know how it's the same as far as that's concerned.
I feel like at the end of the day, I was on defense.
And exactly, like it was definitely defense mode. It was like from one thing I recognize, you know, like we walking around, we looking at the cars, but it's like it's not approachable. It's like it was like more of like you staring at it too long. Mind you, I'm geeking. I've seen a couple cars. I'm like, all right, we talked about this the day before. Like, yo, the type of cars you want to see there,
right?
And we so happen to run into a couple of them. But it wasn't like, yo, come over here and come talk to me about it. I'm into it just as much as you. It wasn't like I didn't get that type of energy.
Now I got the goon energy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I got the Goonie Outback energy. That's what it was. It was like, all right.
It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
So the situation that you're talking about in particular, we seen a nice, clean MK3 suit.
Ooh,
clean MK3. And it was blue.
It was nice.
It was nice.
Real clean.
But it was like 7 and 8 dudes inside the outside of them. Yo, like, what are y'all doing?
And that was the thing. It was like, it wasn't like, yo, I'm here to actually showcase the car. It wasn't really like that. Like
Right.
they was in the joints mean mugging. Like I found that very weird. And I get it. It may be some people who's actually casing a joint, but it's up to you to be able to tell.
And not for nothing, I think that's the crazy that's the crazy thing. Like if you believe that, then you don't even really need to be there.
Exactly.
Point,
you don't, because what's the whole purpose of this? Like hoods was closed.
Come on.
Not a door. Like the bid one said, like they was surrounding the car. So it was hard. It was tough. Like, yo, hold on, let me see the brake setup. Like, let me see what's going on. It wasn't, it wasn't what you was expecting as far as
facts.
Like, let's really look at these cars. Let's talk to them. Let's just try to talk to them.
But it just
we couldn't do that because your man over there in the corner had 215s on the roof.
Oh my God. We ain't even gonna talk about the music. It's stupid.
Yo,
I told you. If you heard me before last episode, I said, listen, if it's one thing I don't like at car shows is loud music. I'm sorry. I don't like it. It's like the dude had more than 215s. He had 2 house speakers
with the doors open.
And then he had the other 2 there, and they playing music that's not English, bro. All I hear is I'm like, yo, they gonna have to chill with all this guala they got going on over here, man. I'm sorry. It is what it is.
Yo, but you know the crazy part, I couldn't even get jiggy to it, so it was bothering me too. It was like, it's not even like, what are we here for?
Yeah, the guala.
What are we here for?
It was too much, man. I was like, all it was guala. I said, yo, these cats you can't. And they rocking to it.
So, and it was thumping though. It wasn't like light background music. Nah. It was thumping, son.
And don't get me twisted. I'm not out there looking for the Kenny G like. I get it.
Or the Purple Rain. It ain't even about that. It's just like, yo, hold
on. What y'all doing, man? Shout to my guy Aaron Rose in the building.
Let's go.
Said blessings to all. You already know what it is, man. I'm gonna be honest with you,
Keep
man.
It a beat.
I kind of lost it right there. I was like, yo, this is crazy. So now you got one hookah jar over here, 8 dudes smoking off that, looking crazy. They all looking like a bunch of genies over there. Right? That's wow. Then you looking at this car, the dude mean mugging it. So now it's like, it's like if I go over there, I gotta go over there in a different kind of energy.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Shout to Marlon, the resident Toyota guys in the building. Marlon said that's why I prefer cars and coffee, because most of the time it's early in the morning, so that keeps the silly shenanigans to a bare minimum, if at all. That is actually one of a great statement right there.
It is. It's funny because we said that when we leave. We was like, yo, it's a reason why people show up to these joints early and bounce. You know what I'm saying? They not sticking around, and not for nothing, they miss all the other stuff going on.
Yeah.
So we were saying that as we was leaving, like, yo, this is like, it gotta be an early type of situation for something like this. Like,
it's a wild clown show a little bit. I can't front. It was some good cars out there. I took some pictures, some video. We actually shot a video out there that we are gonna post, but at the same time, boy, I was like, yo, like, why these cats look like they just like they rather be somewhere mean mugging each other than looking at these cars. I can't understand. Shout to my guy Seneca. He said it might be the location. I went to a Cars and Coffee at Smithtown. Very inviting. See, well, he might be right about that.
Yeah, but this is another thing me and the Bear one had a hard time understanding. It's like, is this not about the cars though? Is it not about the experience of being around these machines and getting a little bit of insight of the vehicles? Like, I thought that was the whole premise and purpose of this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, I had my boots laced up. You know what I'm saying? Just in case.
So lace up your boots, cause I'm up. Now let me stop playing. Bro. You know what I mean? Like,
but that was the whole thing that was real confusing. Cause again, it was some machines out there, hands down.
And not for nothing, when we say machines,
it was some real machines out there, hands down, 100%.
MK4 Super to the gills, owned by the dude had to be like.
So he was like 73.
He's like 73 with an MK. And when I say super, we don't mean just he
son.
showed up with a stock super.
Nah, son. Like, yo, first off, the joint was putting out maybe like, what was it, like 1,100 or something like that?
Yeah, he was putting out serious numbers.
Crazy numbers, he said. Car was done up. You know what I'm saying? The paint, what color paint was that? It was like quartz, like bronze. It was wicked. It was wicked. Like, that was one of the most craziest cars out there. Carbon fiber pieces all over the place. It was pretty dope. But
big turbo stock. He had the stock Toyota Supra leather seats.
Yeah,
and
nice. Clean, son. Clean. Yo,
massive amounts of work to it.
we trying to talk to him. We can't hear him over the 215s on the trunk.
You know what? Y'all want to hear? Yo, son. See, this is why I love Rally Radio, man. Because now when Sean's talking, the next time S.I talking, I'm gonna play that music, son.
And you know what's crazy? Like we walking around, right? We walking around and nobody's really talking to each other about the cars. They can't hear them.
Son, that's a whole nother thing.
It was weird. I'm trying to, and then on top of that, we walking, right? We walking. So I spotted M4, right?
Yeah.
I spotted M4 and the Austin yellow joint was nice. I look inside, you had these two young ladies inside, right?
Right.
But they wasn't even outside trying to talk about the car. They ain't have the trunk open, hood, nothing.
Nothing.
It was weird.
It's a stunt.
It was weird though, son. I was like, yo, so you can't tell me nothing about this car? I like it. Talk to me about it.
I just can't. Son.
And then you don't want to stare too long. Next thing you know, you got the Goonies run out the back. I don't know, son.
Oh, and that's not the only thing. Then they all got ski masks on.
Son.
What you doing, yo, son?
We outside. Yo, son,
these must be some ugly dudes under there, man. Cause that Pooh Shiesty mask is just part of their whole thing. Now.
Yo, son, the video was right. They had the full Pooh Shiesties on, son. Mind you, it was.
I just don't get it. Son.
I was lost.
I
was lost, man. Again, it was definitely some cars out there, but it wasn't one of those situations where you could talk about them.
It was weird.
You know?
It was weird.
You stared too long. You got to come up with a thesis statement to why you're looking at the car too long.
Right.
It was strange.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I said at the end of the day, it just wasn't the hit, man. I said, yo, this is crazy. Like, what do we really? So that's why I had to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Car shows versus car meets. Which do you prefer? I'm gonna be honest. I like stuff that's put together, clean to the point. You know what I mean?
You know another thing too, though. So you had the R33 in the corner tucked away. Couldn't even see the car. It was wild, huh? It was like I'm trying to tell you,
this is how he was doing. We're trying to hold a conversation, and all I hear is I'm like, yo, this is crazy, son. I'm sorry. I had to do it. That's what we was listening to the whole time, son. And I don't know what they saying. They could be talking about my mama. I don't know. So I said, yo, man, we was there for all of 15 minutes.
Yeah, no, we spent the good part of a half an hour or something in there. Something like it was because I just was trying to understand, what was going on in here.
I just came to the conclusion that I never will.
So how you gonna bring your kids to that?
You can't.
No.
And there was people out there with kids.
That was the craziest part.
And yo, and not for nothing, the worst thing I think you can see is when you see a dude pushing the baby carriage with wifey and they smoking.
The worst.
What the yo? I was like, yo, fam. All right. I said, so nothing like that's what I'm saying. Like if they comfortable like that, then that means that this ain't my scene. And I just was like, yo, I'm ready to go.
We had to break up out of there. Like,
it was just an ugly thing. And we want y'all to think about that as we go through the show, man. I'm sitting here. One more time, yo. This is what it sounds like. What are we doing here? All I hear, but I said this ain't got nothing to do with it though.
But again, though, it's not like it was low background music.
Nah, it was loud.
It was thump. Yeah, I'm telling you, son. Like I'm trying to hold a conversation with the guy with the MK4. He just walks off. Yo, he couldn't hear me. Thought I stopped talking. He just walks off.
Not for nothing. He was old. We couldn't hear him.
He was
regardless.
That's what I'm saying, son. And do you know what's crazy? That was one of the nicest Supras out there, right? And a bunch of people walked past. I made it was me, the bearded one, and maybe one of the person looking at
that actually looked at the car.
Stopped and really was like, yo, bro, talking about it.
But then we came across a Civic, a two-door Civic with Lambo doors, and everybody was like, yo, this is fire.
Yo, it was crazy, son. It was crazy, son.
I had a good time. That was a good time. But it just lets me know, and we're gonna think about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do y'all really want out of these car shows? Like, what are we really looking for?
And was that a car show or a car meet?
That was a car show.
That couldn't have been a car show.
That was a car show. It had a flyer, all that was a car show. They said it was gonna be free. Look where it was at. I thought that was crazy. They tell
But
me.
even so, even though outdoor ones, they still can be put together pretty well.
Shout to my guy Draco. He's in the building early. I know Draco went last week. Drop your comments. What you think of that car meet last week, man? Like, did you really enjoy yourself, or what? I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too deep into it. Maybe I'm just like, I just expect more. Like you said, the cars and coffee is probably where I'm going to be from here on out. Early in the morning style. Like,
yeah,
bring me in at 4:30. We're gonna take some pictures, some flicks of the cars of that, and I'm gonna get out there and talk to the owners, and I'm gonna get all the footage I want, and then I'm out because that extra. I just was like, yo,
nah, son. It was more of a hangout. It wasn't more like, yo, let's get to these cars. Let's see what these cars is about.
But not for nothing. This has been happening for a long time. I remember when we used to go to the races. We go to street races. Yeah, cats went out there, they got it in or whatever, but it wasn't like such a big deal. The next thing you know, dudes are showing up with the music speakers, or they showing up playing music while cats is drag racing. Smoke. I'm like, they bringing the heat. Next thing you know, here come the Jays. They show up. Now they breaking it up. Now, this is a nuisance. People getting robbed.
Yeah, absolutely.
When did it go from the cars? And we used to go all the time.
I don't know.
Let's go. We got a caller. Rally Radio, who we got in the box?
Let's go.
What up? You know what it is? You know who it is?
Okay, Draco. Okay.
Let's go. What we got, Draco? Talk to us, man. What we got?
Auto show was nice.
You liked it?
It was nice. Well, the Jarvis one, I don't know about that other one.
Oh, you said that auto show is now? We're going to get to that. But go ahead.
I don't know.
Hello? Yo. Draco. Uh-oh. Woo, woo, woo. The number you have reached. Now I'm playing around. Draco.
I don't know what happened with that one.
All right. Draco, if you can hear us, can you hear us? Call us back. There you go. Okay. I think that was the fact that he said he liked that car show. That was the powers that be. Like, beep, dead in the morning. That. But at the end of the day, you already know what it is. We're going to jump right into the show. I know we started late, but we're going to go right in. Man. Oh, got him back. Let's see what we got. Draco.
Yeah, my bad.
It's all good. What's popping?
I rolled away from the house. Yeah. No, I'm talking about the auto show. I went yesterday.
Okay.
The one you guys went to, I was telling y'all to roll through after because I was working on the whip.
Oh, that's what you meant by. I thought you was like when you said roll through. I thought you was there, and I was like,
no.
So you didn't go. So you went to the regular auto show. What did you think of it? Let's get into that a little bit. Shout to Draco for going. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
It was better than years previous.
Okay.
Jeep still had the attraction out front.
Yeah.
I think somebody said they were gonna cut it out, but they still had it. Me and the little and fellas, I got a confession.
Okay.
I drove in a Hyundai. Sacrilege.
That was sack for you especially.
That Hyundai was EV.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware.
You drove an EV Hyundai?
No, he got to drive inside. They didn't let you drive it. You got to drive inside.
Oh, you sat inside
the
of
N1 or the N5. The sport one.
Oh.
So they had it inside. You know how you have a little mini test track inside?
Yeah, in the basement or the third level.
So my daughter, she had on her NASCAR DuPont race jacket. And the driver we had, he was from Brazil. I said, oh, Fittipaldi. He said, oh, you know Fittipaldi? I said, yeah, that was my boy. I said, yo, don't take it easy on us. Let's go. Man, he stepped on that thing. Now, I don't get scared easy.
Wow.
But
it seems like they got another one over there, guys.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yo.
Now,
Brother, what's that?
What's that, Draco?
That's very interesting.
What's that, brother?
Yo, what? Wait a minute.
Now,
have you been converted?
listen.
It sounds like he's on the verge of
No,
Draco. It's okay, man. This is Rally Radio. You can be honest. It sounds like you're on the verge of conversion. It's okay.
It's a non-judgment zone.
Yeah, it's non-judgment zone. You good?
Wow.
Stay. No, ain't. No, but from a throttle response and a takeoff, I was impressed.
Throttle. He's been converted.
Yo, they got him. They got him.
Son.
No, because that's what he asked me. He said, "So you think you F Hyundai and Kia?" And he just his face just dropped. And my daughter's looking like, "Dad." I said, let me explain. Kia caught fire on me. Oh, okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed the ride. I said, it was cool. I ain't buying one.
Brother,
Yo,
what's that?
It was,
What's that, brother?
supposedly 650 horsepower and 475 torque.
It's
And
not
it's a little car.
Gigawatts.
the gigawatts.
It is not horsepower. It is not a throttle.
You know what I mean.
Yo, he is.
Yo, they got him. So I will not be surprised
No.
if that conquest is going a little while. Okay.
Draco.
However,
Okay.
a little surprise for my daughter, but I knew it was there already. There was a conquest. This guy that is in one of our groups, it was his father's car, and he brought it back.
Yes.
And then he displayed it.
Yes, I heard
The amount of know-it-alls is like, oh, I remember these cars. It's starting. I said, dude, clearly across the nose says Conquest. And
it was the
dude
black one?
giving
Was
all
it black?
kind of.
I think it was black, right?
Say again?
It was black.
It was purple. It's plum.
Oh yeah. I seen that one.
It's a variation of the factory plum paint,
Mm-hmm.
and he has a crazy big turbo.
Yeah, I seen it.
I think he has the Gato intake.
early.
It's MPI. So that made up for my sacrilegious action.
I don't know.
I don't know, Draco. That was.
See, I could have fronted and said my daughter wanted to go. But I said, you know what? I've been dogging these things. Let me be an honest. Honest.
Wow, I ain't gonna front.
But
Conquest probably gonna have a short life after this.
Yo,
I'm sorry.
The,
said the
overall car show,
Mm-hmm.
it missed the aftermarket like contest and all that. It was trying. There was less major company fanfare.
Yeah, they don't
like trying to get out the 2024s and all that.
They don't show up
So
anymore.
No, they don't show up no more. And I think who's it? GMC only had like 4. Lincoln wasn't even there.
No, Lincoln wasn't there. Mitsubishi wasn't there. Mazda wasn't there. It was a bunch of them.
He said on the verge.
And here's the funny part about Lincoln. I go to the car shows, to Lincoln booth of all things, to walk on their carpet. They got the best carpet in the whole show. It's the going joke between me and my daughter.
Yeah,
we were judging car companies by their carpets.
Yeah, the carpets was definitely fire in there.
The car?
No. Like
no,
in
on the floor.
In a section, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I would have known. So I'll tell you what, the thing is, right, and that's what I'm saying about even at the auto show is starting to veer away from the companies, the manufacturers, and now it's going to the tuners.
But the tuners was on the bottom floor next to the EVs.
On the bottom floor, there was
So you wouldn't know about those unless you somehow looked and seen it because I'm walking.
Downstairs,
I seen the Porsches lined up, and I said, "Yo, what's down here?" And I seen
and
like
the Subies were there too.
Yeah, and I seen this little Scooby-Doo looking van. So I said, "Yo," I told my people, "Let's go look down here." Then now I was like, "Now here's the cars. These are where the cars is at. The cars ain't up there. These are the cars down here." And that's what it was. Like
EVs down there.
No, there was except that little EV track. That was it. But everything else was basically engines.
So I gotta say this. Go ahead. I'm listening.
And what I was saying also, for lack of a better phrase, it was less ghetto than usual. You didn't see people posting up in front of cars, putting fingerprints all over the place. But then again, it was the first day.
Yeah. You know, by the time you get to the third or fourth, or even towards the end, that's when knobs is missing off the shift.
Yeah,
all kind of crazy.
I mean, the BRZ already had a
knob across the hood and all that. It was decent. The kids were actually respectable.
I gotta ask you about that EV though. Bro.
Yeah, I think we're more concerned with that. What color was it? What color was it, Draco?
You really glazed. He gave us a
no. I was gonna give dude a hard time, but he was from Brazil. You know, Fittipaldi's my favorite Formula dude, and he sent it. Granted, watch this. The other car, the sedan, something happened to it, and the driver, she had to park it up. and everybody on the line waiting to get in the car was laughing. Everybody was saying they ran out of charge. Nah, the body broke.
That's
All
usually
kind of
what
jokes.
happens.
Yo, you know what's so real though? So I'm down there, right? I'm down there with the fam, and nobody was like wanting to give it a shot, and I'm just looking at it like, wifey's like, why is it making that noise? I'm like, you don't hear anything, right? You just hear tires. Like it was like so weird. I don't
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
what is this?
Weird.
My daughter was
And
like this. Yo, Dad, I'm good. I don't. Let's go look at the
He
engine.
said, "S.I, we losing them."
No. They had the function where you could change the sound on the inside and the outside. There's speakers outside.
Yo, I heard nothing. I'm talking about these people.
Oh, no.
These people was coming down the little EV straightaway, and I didn't hear anything except tires. I was like, "This
Tires. Yeah.
is
Well,
But
they wouldn't let you
inside,
drive it?
nah." They had they had somebody driving for you.
yeah, they wouldn't let you trust it. That runway was way too short for regular people, and them dudes was flying. And he was like, "Yeah, look, you can change your sound." I was like, "Change your sound?" He said, "Yeah, if you want a V8." I was like, "Are you serious?"
Yo.
All right.
You
All
know-
right, that's it, Draco. Hey,
Yo,
Draco. I don't know what happened over. Did you drink anything?
I
while
think
you was
you know
over
what,
there?
they did have a little bar somewhere in there. I think Draco went over there first, and then went down
and
there.
then went down there because that's the only thing that makes sense.
Because me personally,
Yeah.
I was ready to yap
Yo,
throughout the whole show.
I'm still gassed.
For now.
No, Draco, you said
No, I'm
throttle?
still
You said
gas. I'm still
throttle?
gas.
The horsepower, the torque figures. I don't know, son.
Boy,
What
you
it
said
did do for me was inspire me to match that with my car. I want my neck snapping back like that.
Sheesh,
All right, hold on, Draco. This is a family show.
That
kid.
vernacular.
Oh
was
my
yo,
God.
Draco, hold on. son. Whoa.
Yo, no, that
Okay.
was, we was with you.
Wow.
Man. That, at the end right there, that was crazy.
That
But
was
I hear you though, loud and clear.
Disrespectful.
You know what I will say? I said the same thing
Yeah.
like when I first driven up that Porsche 911. I said I can't build nothing like this.
Mhm.
Like you would have to buy this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you
Nah, we
could
can
build,
do it.
you could build close to it, but you could never build. You could never remake that response.
But you know the response Draco's referring to, you can get that out of the gas powered
No.
engine.
We're not even talking about EV.
Oh,
We ain't
okay,
even talking about- no.
He's done with
Never.
that.
We ain't
Yeah.
talking about EV. That's
I don't want to replicate nothing from
we're
those
flushing
things.
the toilet on that one. We're gonna flush the toilet. There you go. We're gonna let that one go all the way in and circle it down. But
Mhm.
I will say this, right?
Yeah.
That's why I say like it's inspiring to see cars, not that EV, but it's inspiring to see cars, which is why we go to these car shows.
Mhm.
Why we
Right.
go to these car meets, we go to get inspiration because obviously we may be at a point where we hit a speed bump. You may even see somebody with the same car and you could get information like, yo, look, oh, now I bought this.
Unless the music is too loud, then you can't hear him or talk to them.
Right, when you hear the
Yeah, that's it. Oh, it's too much contact high.
Shout to Marlon. He said that was some investigative work by Draco. We're gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
He was investigating because that was crazy. He said, yo, the throttle.
Well, they did have the A86 with a 2J in it.
Yeah, they
And
had one of those.
if I saw correctly, one of them had a supercharger.
Wow. I remember the last one
yeah.
of those I seen in front of me had an S2000 swap. Them Toyota dudes was on fire. They was like, oh my God, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Trash.
They even had a dunk somewhere near the front at the base downstairs. You know me and my music. I was like, yeah, I could do this.
See, I know, but see, you don't feel, I get it because I like to drive and listen to my music. But when I'm looking at cars, I hate for cats to get in my way, man. Especially when it comes to that music. It was a bit loud, man. I ain't gonna front.
Listen,
But,
if it's low background music, that's okay. Like, but once it's like thumping, your eardrums is moving around too much, I'm good. I'm good.
like, let it be,
I'm
let
good.
it be, because like the cars that loud.
Yeah.
But the constant music though, no, I can't do that, bro. I cannot do that. I said, listen, this is crazy. And not for nothing, that's gonna lead us into our first little conversation of the week. And it's gonna get interesting.
Yeah.
Because we already got one EV car company tanking. You got another EV car company you don't even hear from, and another one about to be bankrupt. So we about to we got some things. Yeah, we got some things we're gonna talk about here. You don't know this, you already know what it is. Draco, We appreciate
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Let's not talk about EV throttle response
And horsepower
ever
and
again.
torque
Like that,
figures.
like-
Let's keep that to a minimum, shall we?
like ever again. Like, I mean, like, put it like
What they
this.
say, investigative reporting. That's what it
And-
was.
Hey, we
Recon.
appreciate
Recon.
that.
I appreciate it.
that.
That's like how I appreciate some of these people that be like swimming with sharks so we could get good TV.
Yeah.
Like, because I'll never do it. But they're doing it. So we appreciate you, Draco. You already know what it is,
100%.
man. Yo, shout to you.
I
for
hear that. I
calling
hear that.
in. And don't forget, man. Don't forget. Definitely gonna be doing a little bit of running soon. So when that project ready to come out, let us know, man. Inspire us all. Okay.
Draco,
Yes, yes.
whatever you do, keep the battery packs to a minimum. Whatever you do. I know you got the gears turning right now in your head. Just keep them to a minimum. Let's go.
I hear that.
All right, Draco, you know what it is.
All right, gentlemen.
Yes,
Later.
sir.
Peace. Later. All right, that's it. We got to set up something ASAP
Nah, we do.
because we losing our people.
Nah, we are, huh?
I just heard, the way he was.
So he
Lot of
sounded like
response.
he
I
was
like,
geeking a little bit.
no.
But you know what's funny, right? With that, so at my job, right?
Mm-hmm.
This guy had he had like a 2020 blue Honda Accord, similar to your blue, right?
Okay.
On the Type R, right?
Uh-huh.
He had one of those. He had the window visors on. He had a lip kit on that. Automatic, by the way, 10 speed, right? So last week though, he comes to the job and he had a Tesla Model 3.
Damn, what was he doing with that? Like, why? Like, all right, look.
So wait, no. So it gets better.
Oh,
So he has it, right? I was like, yo, what possessed you to buy one of those? Right? He said, yo, I couldn't resist the incentives.
like what?
They gave him a bunch of money off. He said, yo, I couldn't refuse.
Wow.
I was like, what? I said, yo, be careful in that thing. And I thought that was amazing to me because I'm like, okay, people who's actually still buying, they clearly not listening to rally radio. We doing something wrong, right? So I immediately started thinking that, right? And then normally he's one of the first people at the parking lot, right? Because I'm normally like the last, because I'll just be doing my thing.
Wow.
So he leaves the parking lot last time. I'm like, damn, his joint can't start because he's normally out of there. Like when he had the Accord, he shoots right out of there, no problem.
Wow.
So the Tesla took him a while. So I look back because now I'm leaving. I'm down the block now, but you still can see like the driveway entrance to the to the job.
Shut them all and pause. Good.
So I finally see him leave. I'm like, yo, he probably had a hard time starting that thing. So
That Tesla.
yeah. Because I'm telling you, he's normally right at the park, one of the first people out. With this Tesla now, he's the last person to leave.
Well, you don't want to take a chance of crashing it because that's it. You hit it, it take a fender bender and it's totaled.
And then yeah, that's a fact. You know what's so funny too? He got offended when my manager was like, "Yo, your Tesla Model 3 is heavier than my Traverse." He got mad behind that.
Oh,
he said
personal?
Yeah, he said, "Good luck driving your horse and carriage." We looked at each other like, "What?" he got offended.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
I don't know. I guess old technology. He got offended.
No,
He got offended, huh?
We got another conversion out there. That is crazy. He was like, "Yo, good luck on your horse and carriage."
Yo, he got offended. So we started just cracking up like, yo, it was bad. So needless to say, we losing the people out there.
Man. Damn. And you know what's nothing we could do.
Mind you, the other dude at the job who got the Tesla, I asked him what you like about it. He said absolutely nothing. The seats is bad, everything is bad. So he's one of the people like, I don't even know why I even bought this.
Well, I'll tell you what, we got a lot.
Let's
more.
go.
Got a lot more show because there's a lot of things going on out here with a lot of these EV companies. I know, and we're gonna wait before we even jump into you know how we get down, man. Shout out to everybody who's there paying attention. Don't forget, drop your name, drop yourself so we can shout you out. With that being said, we're gonna set it right off. You already know what it is. You ready to jump?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Weekly specs. Auto news for all the listeners, only on Rally Radio.
All right, we're just gonna jump right into this. It looks like Fisker. What a name. I don't know what made them want to call a car company Fisker. But Fisker Ocean reservation cancellations top 40,000 as the EV company tries to fight off bankruptcy. Fisker has faced a wave of reservation cancellations according to internal data. Reservation cancellations for the Fisker company top 40,000. The pre-orders begin in 2019, so they still ain't got no car out. Fisker recently paused production of its EV and dropped its price by 39%. That is crazy. Shout to my guy Keith. My guy Keith tuning in. Shout to him. You already know what
Let's
it
go.
is, man.
So-
Seneca said if you like EV, you're a techie, not a car guy.
Ooh, I mean, listen. Yeah, he hit the nail on the
Sometimes you
head.
got to keep it a buck.
That's a fact. But I gotta ask you: Is how they trying to avoid the bankruptcy? By
Yeah.
slashing their prices.
So now let's get into that a little bit. It looks like what happened with them was this been going on for a little while.
Okay.
So now it's starting to come out that the business, they were trying to put laughing out loud, the horse in front of the carriage or the carriage in front of the horse.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So apparently they was taking all these pre-orders and stuff like that and didn't have nothing, no kind of support. They just was people telling them what they want and putting money down. They was taking people's money and they wasn't building their cars. Now it looks like these people are like, yo, give my money back. I don't want this. And the company's falling to the point where now they slashed the prices of these Fisker EVs by $15,000 to $20,000 almost. Cut the price. 15 to 20. Shout to my guy Military NYC's in the building.
Man.
They done cut the prices of these EVs down. It's looming that they're gonna go into bankruptcy. They had a meeting a little while ago, I believe, with Nissan. They were trying to get with Nissan. Maybe they could help them out, and they could say Nissan turned them down. I guess they was like, no, we're not dealing with you. And now they are on their own. Lucid is gonna be next. Watch.
You know, you're gonna laugh. I didn't see Pulsar wasn't there. You know, Tesla wasn't there neither.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. But then again, why would they be?
I mean,
because these geeks and nerds are out here putting them out there front street on YouTube for them. They ain't gotta spend no. See, this is what I'm saying. You start taking away from the whole experience. And it leads to what I was saying before. We're gonna have cities with no cars. It's coming.
Oh no, absolutely.
Pause. It's gonna be crazy.
Sheesh.
Because at the end of the day, look at the subway. Now they charging you to go to the city.
Yeah, it's a fact.
The congestion pricing has passed, and we're gonna talk about that.
So you're gonna laugh. So we driving yesterday, right? So because we drove, right? And I'm like, yo, what is these toll looking things over here? Wifey was like, oh, they about to get busy with the congestion charge. I was like, whoa, because I never actually seen the structures that they're gonna put up.
Yeah,
and we actually drove through them yesterday.
They moving forward. Ain't nothing you can do with that.
It's a fact.
They moving. Shout to Darth Spalding in the building. That's you already know what it is. They moving forward. So now with Fisker, and this is what I'm saying. This is going to hurt all of them. Because if there's nobody that needs cars, what do they need you for?
Damn.
What do you need an electric car for?
Not for real.
What do you need it for?
So you're trying to say it's basically like counterintuitive.
Yes.
Counterintuitive to what they're trying
counterproductive.
To do. Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna make it so that we can drive EVs everywhere, but now they're making cities that don't even need cars.
Damn.
And they're not selling them in the country because they're not buying them. So what are you doing?
Well, I guess you pulling a cheddar bar, basically.
Cheddar Bob, shoot yourself.
Yeah.
Shout out to my guy, Coach K's in the building. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. I will say this though. The fact that Tesla did not come to the auto show speaks volumes because
100%.
They have a whole EV side and they weren't there.
That's what I'm saying. It was very weird. I was just looking at it like, and not for nothing though. It was barely any cars there. It was number SUVs, crossovers, and that's really basically it wasn't really much cars, let alone something that we be into.
Let me ask you a question. Outside of a Mustang, when's the last two-door car you've seen in production? Outside of the Mustang, Challenger,
the Z,
okay,
the GTR,
okay,
like the 911s for the few that's gonna be made.
Yeah, Porsche, and now look at them, they're going EV and four-door too.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the kicker, though. All they whips there was EV.
All of the whips there is
and you
EV.
couldn't even get inside them joints.
So with that being said, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Now more with this Fisker. Fisker was averaging around 70 to 80 cancellations per day. It looks like people are done with them. The cancellation also represent a drag on company costs. While it costs $250 to reserve a Fisker, the amount is refundable aside from a $25 processing fee. So they're saying they shouldn't have did that. If you're gonna reserve a car, then they should have just told them that's it. We keep your money.
But you know what's funny, because who said this? Was it the Pulsar ECO? He was like, yo, if you leave it up to the people, they won't buy it. Like he
That was
basically
the
said,
Volvo.
No,
The
no.
Volvo CEO.
the other guy said it too.
I think it was Polestar.
I think it was him. He was like, yo, you can't like leave it up to them. You gotta, it's an opportunity out here. We gotta go get it. Basically trying to say that they gotta continuously force this upon us. Or we basically gonna miss an opportunity that we didn't really see is there. I felt that very weird.
That's what I'm saying. Shout to my guy Zoom for Zoom. He's in the building. You already know what it is. Shout to Miller Time NYC. He said it's a new generators, man. At the end of the day, these cars, and again,
can we even call them cars?
No, we can't. Excuse me.
Yeah.
These appliances with wheels,
factory.
It's not. I'm telling you, this is just the beginning. Fisker. Now, I remember when they came out, everybody was like, "Oh, they jumped into their stock." Lucid, they jumped. You don't hear nothing about all of these cars.
Nah, son, you don't.
And you know why? Because they not doing as good as you think. And it goes back to what you said. What did S.I Shawn say? He said when real car companies start getting involved, then they're gonna have a problem.
Absolutely.
And you ain't lying.
Because again, when you think about it, right? If they start playing ball now and you've been buying a product, you're gonna go back.
It's a fact.
You're gonna go back. So now you think you get in the ring because you think you box. That's what these like Lucid and Pulsar and Tesla on them. It's like, yo, you're gonna have a problem on your hands.
Yep.
And then how Dr. Phil said it though, those who copped already copped.
That's a fact. Because I don't want one.
Son.
And then they bring you to the car show to try to convert you.
Oh no, they do. They yo, I'm telling you. So I was in there, right? This guy was up there talking on the microphone and all of that. And I overheard somebody ask him about a V8. He's like, yo, what do you need a mad loud? He said, what do you need a V8 for when you got all this other technology out here?
He was dead serious.
No, he was super serious. I was like that.
He was dead serious. Meanwhile, cold weather, they not running. Hot weather, they not running. Charging stations don't work.
Factory.
Running over tires.
Factory. Can't
find the supplies. The batteries go dead. Now you got to pay $20,000 to get it back. You get into a fender bender with any of these EVs. It's totaled out. Because nobody's trusting that battery on secondhand.
Nah, son.
And you trying to tell me it's better? What are they tell? See, this is what I'm saying. These is counterproductive. They're going into a point, we don't need cars anymore.
Yo, on top of that, in the whole entire spot, the GTR Nismo had the longest line.
Come on, son.
I was like, whoops.
Come on. When I bring my kids to the car show, you think I'm bringing them to see the EV? You saw that video of the little baby? He was walking around. He was like, I don't like this car show because he was looking at the car's exhaust.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, I'm good. He made that decision early. This is why I say you gotta really pay attention to these things. At the end of the day, this is nothing more to me than a fad, and they trying to push it. And that's why I don't understand when car guys will, and I've gotten into it with them on social media where they really promoting electric vehicles.
Because like
Motor Trend is promoting, and they don't have a choice to me. Because they're one of them kind of magazines. They're not an import tuner. They're not a super street. They don't have a choice. They got to go with the status quo.
That's what I was about to say. It's like whatever's hot right now, let's go do that kind of deal.
I feel like it's not even what's hot right now. Okay. I feel like they're getting paid to push the agenda.
Yes,
I said it.
It's always an envelope somewhere floating around. Absolutely. Why wouldn't it be?
That's why Rally Radio right now, we where we at. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we're going to tell the truth. And ultimately, it's the truth. A lot of them are now looking at a lot of these different things when it comes to EVs, but we're going to keep it moving. We got way more news for you.
Let's go.
It's definitely going down out here. And as I said, like when it comes down to all of that, you got to look at the car companies who stay true and stay steadfast to what they're doing. And you know who that is?
Who's that?
Ford.
They did have that GTD in there yesterday.
Oh, man. And how did it look? I ain't make it yet, but Ford sees an opportunity for Mustang as competitors abandon V8s. Ford Motor Company sees the opportunity to grow Mustang sales as it becomes the last American muscle car with the roar of the traditional V8. The Camaro, Challenger, Charger, they all gone. Ford has been able to continue to sell V8s in part because it was early to adopt smaller turbocharged 4-cylinder engines for the Mustang. So It looks like the optimism comes after Mustang's closest American competitors ended production of their muscle cars in December. General Motors stopped producing the Camaro, and Stellantis ended production of its Dodge Challenger V8 ahead of new all-electric muscle car later this year. Their exodus is the result of changing consumer demand away from two-door cars as well as tightening fuel economy standards.
Mm-hmm.
We're excited to continue to offer the Mustang, he says. It's sad to see competition leaving, but that's beneficial to us. For people who are looking for a true American sports car, it's available to them. We're looking and talking about the future of Mustang and how far we can grow it. That
Yeah.
right there is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, while everybody else is running away,
Yeah.
they're running towards. Same thing Toyota, they learning from Toyota. Toyota said, listen, yeah, we sell so many cars. Yeah, we'll make one EV. Sure.
Yeah.
But we're going to go with this hybrid game, and we still going to be making horsepower cars, rally cars, all-wheel drive cars, SUV. What do you want? We have it.
You know, that was, again, I ain't gonna front. That was, okay.
Let's go.
Okay. So we got in the box.
Rally Radio, who we got in the box?
Gentlemen, you call for me. I heard Ford.
Let's go, Miller Tom. Let's go.
Shout to Miller Time, resident Ford guy.
I am back in town. That was a wonderful drive.
That's good. That's good.
Thank you. Thank you, Ford Motor Company, for giving me my truck. V8 5.0 liter. That's not, we're not going to mess around here.
Mm-hmm.
Shout to Senegal. He said, let's normalize coyote swap Teslas. That's something.
Yeah.
I can rock with
I can
that.
get behind one of those. Yeah.
So with that being said, right, Miller, what's your thoughts on that? What's your thoughts on Ford being one of the last companies that sell a two-door V8?
With a clutch.
I love it.
With a clutch.
I love it. I love it.
They giving people the option.
They're not giving up. They're not giving up the fight. They're going to keep it going as long as possible. They still know who their customers are. They still know who their loyalty lies with.
Right.
That's what it truly boils down to. They know their customers. They know what they want. They've been here for years, and just like everybody else, they're not going anywhere. But just like some of us, some of us are not going to change.
Right.
And if we do, the fight, the struggle, as we talked about, the struggle lives on.
Shit.
It lives on. You can change anything you want, but at the end of the day, the only thing you can't change is the heart of the consumer and what they truly want.
Right.
If you can go back in time and go back to your first self when you bought your first car, 9 times out of 10, no one's going to forget what their first car was.
Never.
And we can all can all say with absolute certainty that it was never a freaking EV.
These young kids can't say that. These young kids these days can't say that. They actually like, yo, I want the Tesla. I see the Cybertruck in rap videos. Like, here we go.
Yo, wait, then one of them crashed it the other week.
He crashed it the other week into a building. Silly.
I did see a Cybertruck while I was out there.
And what'd you think of it?
It was creepy.
Man,
it looked like something. It looked like something out of those movies, Area 51 type deal.
Oh, okay. Yeah, those are creepy, so he ain't lying. Play it. Let them hear it.
Brother,
What's that?
what's that?
What's that, brother?
What's that, brother?
I don't know. I don't know. So with that being said, then Miller, do you think that how long do you think Ford can keep this up?
That I don't know. But until they're going to keep it going as long as they possibly can.
I mean,
they're going to keep it going. I mean, look, that Ford Mustang has been around forever and a day.
I can't front.
This. S.I Shawn knows this. I mean, there were a few episodes where you were like, look, if I can get anything, you did mention You mentioned that you would get a Ford GT. I forgot which one it was.
Yeah, the Shelby.
But you
Absolutely.
said you would get it. There you go.
Absolutely.
My son, he was born in 1996. He saw that Shelby. I was like, dude, I'm in your corner. You get that Shelby, I'll get the Shelby 150. We're gonna roll it out like that.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's smooth right there.
Shout to Erica Marie. She's in
Let's
the
go.
building. She said, "Yeah, what it is."
What's going on?
So here's my thing, Miller. I may even go get one. Why not?
Yeah, right.
Why not?
Yeah.
I'll get one of them specialty models. Give me the Shelby. Yeah, give me the Shelby GT350R if they still out there.
Oh, they actually have one downstairs.
This is what I'm saying. The more that listen, this is like a vote.
Yeah.
It's like a primary.
Mm-hmm.
And when that one dude wins that primary, the other two people who left out,
yeah.
Listen, y'all voters could come vote for me, and that's what happens. You had Ford, you had Dodge, and you had Chevy or GM.
Yeah.
GM gone. Dodge is gone. Ford is welcome. Listen, Rick James style.
Nah, for sure. So Militant, I gotta ask you though, do you see yourself getting one of these Mustangs though?
Woo! Big talk now.
With a clutch in it though.
Woo!
In the near future.
Okay. I'll do it if I can look, but I told you guys before.
Yeah.
I got back troubles, man. I can't. I
getting older,
the car is too low. The car is too low.
Well, it's okay. It's okay. Some great things.
If I can take it down to Hennessy and they can put a nice chassis underneath where I can raise it. Like if I can raise my truck, I'll do it.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Okay.
I tell you what, Miller. Don't let this guy. Don't let this guy. Listen, you got what you got. Don't let this guy talk you into something. Next thing you know, Miller take pictures. He be at the dealer.
Yeah. Hey, Pop. Don't worry about it. I got the number of management. I will make some calls.
Damn. That's real. That's real right there.
I'm gonna write a letter to the EEOC.
That's it, right?
Of Rally Radio.
That's
they're like, HR be calling them in later. I'll be like, yo, where you going? HR said, I'm suspended for this show. I can't be here. I done did something. I done said something I wasn't supposed to say.
Yeah, right.
But I will say this, though. When it comes down to it, the Ford Mustang is going to pull all of these people in. And especially if they still keep a manual option. If they keep a manual option, they will pull in. And this is exactly what Toyota did.
Yeah.
Toyota was like, okay, fine. Honda and them, they want to back out. They want to go EV. Nissan, they falling apart. Guess what? Bow, we're going to hit you. And that's why I say it's important for us to support these cars. It's
if
not enough for us.
Honestly, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
But it's the absolute truth. If you could, why not? Why not do it? Because this is how they continuously stay around.
Yep.
You know, once they see the enthusiasts actually, okay, let's call it what it is. You're gonna go on there, they're gonna hit you right over the head. They're gonna do it to you. You're gonna pay a little bit more.
Right.
But you gotta support them though, because if you don't, insurance is gonna be gone.
You don't have to pay more though.
Okay.
Just get the loan for you go in the building.
Oh, see, listen.
Just get right or wrong, Miller.
The bidder gonna lead you in the right direction right there. Just go
get the
do
loan
that
ahead of time. Go to the bank. Hey, listen, I want to finance this car. You want to leave whatever you want to do.
Yeah. Fact.
Deal with them. Don't deal with the dealership if you feel they spotty like that, which they can be.
Oh no, they can be. Yeah,
as a matter of fact, Toyota has been Toyota is being sued right now for the service contracts that they was giving out.
Yeah.
And Nissan just had a 1.9 objection against them about what they was doing to people in the city.
Absolutely. And out there on the island. Yeah.
So trust me, it's happening with them too. But if you look, when I went to get the Type R, Miller, when I went to get this Type R, I showed up with the check.
They ain't like that. They was talking to the bid. I'm like, yo, you sure, man? We could run the numbers for you again.
I said, bro,
nah, I'm good.
It's right here.
Yo,
in the car.
They sent their elite salesman to come talk to him too. The bid looked at him like, yo, fam, I appreciate that though, but I'm good. I'm telling you. But you know what was so real about the experience? Homeboy said, yo, I know your mind is made up. This is it.
Just get him the car.
That's it.
Just give the man his car.
But you know, I mean, at the end of the day, not all dealerships are bad.
No, they're not.
It's not that they're not bad, but they can.
But look, like you said, I gotta respect their hustle because at the end of the day, they gotta eat.
Yo, that's what it comes down to. However, though, the dealership experience, and we talked about that before. The dealership experience is at an all-time low because everybody feels like they're getting gotten. You know why? Because the transparency is not there.
Oh no, the transparency left the room a while ago.
Right. And if you're gonna go in there and get your car serviced, that's fine, but just be straight up about it. Don't have me sitting in there all day and you got me thinking something wrong with the car and it's just one little minor bolt and you charge me $50 to $60 to $100 and they will do it.
Absolutely. They have you sitting there for oil change for a while.
I will say, and I'm going to put their name out there.
Let's go.
Okay.
Copel Ford on Northern Boulevard.
Yeah.
They have treated me well.
Yeah, because I don't trust Northern Boulevard.
They didn't BS me on. They didn't BS me on anything.
Really?
Any questions I had, they had answers for me. And remember I told you, I went in there with the letter that because they do it with everybody that they want. Because the guy was he was up front with me. I told him, yeah, they trying to buy my truck back. They want me to trade a new one. He said, Mr. Miller, if you believe that your truck is fine, then don't trade it back. Keep it.
That's it.
Only trade it in if you feel that it's a problem with it, or you're tired of it, or you simply don't want it no more. But if you like it, keep it. You don't have to do it. The only reason why we do it is because we have to keep our used car inventory full.
Yo, when you say
right now, they told me, he said, well, there's a little slow sales on the new vehicles, but the older models are able to keep us going. So, don't worry about us. If your truck is fine and is doing you well, don't you worry about it. You go ahead and keep it. If not, you know where to come to. We are here for it.
Look,
I was cool with that.
When you say Northern Boulevard, though, this is what I hear. When you say you buying your car from Northern Boulevard, this is what I hear. That's all I hear, son. Sound like a bunch of wild noise to me. Because I know when I went up in there, I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? It was like this. They was like, hold on, Papi. Papi, $29.99. Never again, son. So when I hear Northern Boulevard, I think about the cha-cha-cha. Like, I'm out of here, man. But shout to my God, Miller, man. We appreciate you. You already know what it is, man. We gonna play this in Copel Northern Boulevard. All right.
I did miss y'all show last week, but kind enough to run it back. And I was mad that I wasn't able to listen to it, but I'm glad I was able to catch up.
Okay.
Yo.
And you guys have some craziness going on that show. I am not mad at you.
As usual. It always happens.
As per usual.
As usual. But you know what? We appreciate you for that. That's my 100%. God, Miller. And like I said, from now on, we're going to call this the Northern Boulevard music.
He said the Northern.
I was like, Pop, dude.
He said something I could dance to.
He said, Poppy, $29.99, my friend. You know what, Doc? Poppy, you know what they got? I was like, this cat is wild. That just had the feeling of robbery up there. But I said, yo, you know what, man? I'm gonna let him go ahead.
Yeah.
So I just left.
I don't know, maybe it's a light skinned black versus a dark skinned black. What can I tell you?
I'll tell you what, I said to him like this. I said straight up, he said, I know black.
Yeah.
I Dominican. That's what he said to me, girl. I know black.
He was serious too.
And he was dead serious. And then he said this. He said, come on, Pop. I was like this. No more Northern Boulevard for me, man. Yo, Miller, we appreciate you. You already know what it is, man.
Oh, no.
No more Northern Boulevard for the bearded one. I'm going straight to the other places. But Miller, you already know what it is. We appreciate you for tuning in. We appreciate you for tuning in that other show. Ooh, you already know what it is.
And just to let you know, you go ahead and play that music in the background, but you better believe they got a Ford Mustang sitting on that showroom floor in yellow. They ain't playing.
Yo, they got a Ford Mustang sitting on the floor. and it got neon lights under it. The 15-inch sun.
They got a Bronco. They got a Bronco on the other side, and they got the most recent Explorer. You can play that music in the background all you want, but they're gonna have that inventory full and waiting for somebody.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
I'm telling you, going there, I know black. I was like this. Wow. I said, I know that. I said, yo. But it is what it is, man. Shout to Miller for having a good dealership, because I know I don't know too many.
Nah, absolutely not.
I don't know too many. But with that being said, Miller, you know how we get down. We appreciate the phone call. We're gonna move right on. We got some other news too going on. Crazy. But thanks for checking us out on the YouTube, especially for the show that you missed, man. We appreciate that. I really do. Thank you.
100%.
Thank you very much. You guys are good at what you do. Keep spreading the word. Keep it nice. Keep it kind, because you know people are watching.
Yes.
And you can lose your mic, sir. You can lose your mic.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. But appreciate you though, Miller. We're gonna get up with you.
All right, be good. Take care. Continue to educate, and I can appreciate it.
Peace. All right, Miller. Later. Shout to Seneca. He said, you know, the dealership in VA. They talking about that one that's on Hellcats.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, you see, Dodge is putting out a commercial. They say, yo, if you still want a Hellcat, we gonna have them till December. Come get that one. I'm like, damn, man.
Got a couple months. It's so good.
Yeah.
Rally Radio pull it together.
I'll tell you what, it's definitely going down out there. But shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paid attention, who rocked with us. You already know what it is. I know y'all heard about this Baltimore bridge collapse, and we're gonna get into that too.
Man,
it's definitely crazy out here, man. When bridges are collapsing just because a boat taps it, crazy. The infrastructure's bad out here, man. And they had cars on the bridge. Luckily, there was nobody in those cars. I think a couple of them cars had people in them, but most of them belong to the workers. They were doing some road work up there.
Yeah, they were. Absolutely.
That was crazy. They said, yo, the boat yelled Mayday. When the last time you heard that word? Yo, I'm gonna keep it a step. Yo, when I heard it said Mayday. Yeah. Yo, boy. Those are the kind of words where you like, I'm out. Like
he said, I'm out.
We could be in here doing this show, and you know the door is right here to my right. Somebody come in here and go Mayday, we just leave.
Son, that's it. I'm going.
Y'all gonna see the show just live. The seats are just gonna be spinning in a circle like this. Like, what happened? Mayday.
He's just spinning in a circle.
No, we ain't doing that. We can't do that. But shout out to everybody who's there paying attention. There's just certain words we like Mayday.
Nah, kid, that is a very urgent danger, son. I'm out of this, huh?
Urgency.
Yo, what?
But with that being said, we're gonna jump right in. We got so much.
Man,
we already falling behind. Look like it's gonna be one of them shows again. But we appreciate everybody for tuning in. You know how we get down. 100%. We're gonna jump right into this next thing.
Let's go.
It's Tech Talk with Pop the Bearded One and S.I Shawn.
All right. There's a couple things going on out here. It looks like Audi will abandon its powertrain-based naming structure. We're gonna file that under who cares.
File up the who care file.
We're gonna put that in the who cares file, because at the end of the day, I never understood their naming and all that anyway. S5 or A4, whatever. What's under the hood, bro?
What about the e-tron? What's that about?
Oh boy, that's you remember Tron? That
movie
from 1985. Yeah, something like that, I guess. Because at the end of the day, I know nothing about that here. Only thing I know is that if you go to the Audi dealership, right, and that Audi dealership happens to be on Northern Boulevard, that's what it sounds like.
So happen to be on Northern Boulevard. That's it.
Nah, I'm good. We ain't going to no dealerships on Northern Boulevard.
Yeah, the bearded one is wild. He's wild right now.
Nah, but at the end of the day, it's like, you know what? It's just what it's going to be. It's just what it's going to be. At the end of the day, you're going to have, like, when it comes to Audi, that e-tron thing, I'm not with it. I think the first time I saw it in Iron Man.
Okay.
And I was like, nah, I just can't understand how you could, like, okay, if you just want to get around from point A to point B, that's fine. That's fine. But don't show up to the car show, because I'm going to tell you, last week when we was at the car show, There was a dude with a Tesla Slam.
It was Slim. Yeah, he had some sort of wheels on it.
Right, it was purple.
Yeah, I was like
he was like this. He was like, yo, and we looking like we just walked right by it. Like, come
I'm
on.
gonna speak of it. It was one in there yesterday. Slammed the wheels on it too, and it was purple.
Come on, bro.
I was like, everybody just walked past it. Though. Like this.
Like,
What
what
is
is it exactly? Come on, bro. That's why I say at the end of the day, you got to keep these things in mind, man. Listen, if you're not in the autos, I can understand that.
Yeah, I get it. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I
get
mean?
it.
I understand. I don't get it. I
okay,
understand,
okay.
We do.
You know what it is? I get it to the point. If you're just not into autos, cool. And if it don't be into autos, but be into that. That's what I just don't understand.
Right.
You lost me with that one.
Right. Don't be the guy that's like, yo, yeah, I love I love autos, man. See that new Tesla? Oh my God. You want to end a conversation with me?
Absolutely.
Start talking about Tesla. You ready for me to leave?
Or better yet, start the conversation with I love autos and the EV. And I'm done.
And I'm through with it.
That's it, son. Because there's no way those two are in the same sentence. Can't be.
Talk to Drake and say, my money. That's how it be sounding, son. I was like, yo, I can't understand what he's saying because he's talking about me. But, you know, it is what it is, man. I will say the EPA mandates that have been pushed back, just goes to show what's going on. Because now they push the EPA rules, they're not as stringent, and they push it back to 2030 before they really start enforcing, right? That's one. Two, we already talked about Hertz CEO getting the can, or did we? The Hertz CEO.
We talked about them. They was going bankrupt for a second.
Well,
remember, because after they bought those EVs.
Right. So they fired the dude who bought all of them. Yeah. Hertz canned that CEO. They was like, oh, you're gone.
But they told him it was hot. He made an executive decision.
He had Tom Brady there like, Hertz, let's go. Yeah, all right. You Hertz, let's go, all right. He done got his ass out the door. Damn. But it happens, you know what I mean? But that's a whole bunch of other things going on there. But in the meantime, we came across a story that I wanted to share with everybody, and it just goes to show that there are people that's paying attention, man. Stolen R34 Nissan Skyline GTR saved from shipping container at the last minute. The white R34 came from the fleet of Japanese performance car rental network on Mashiro Rent-A-Car. That is crazy. It says an R34 Skyline GTR made famous by Formula One champion Lewis Hamilton has been tracked down after being stolen earlier this year. The car was on the verge of leaving Japan, after which it might have been impossible to trace. So let's just get into this a little bit. Everybody knows who Lewis Hamilton is. If you don't know who Hammy is, help you. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't forget. Go ahead.
It's funny you say that. So, on the 24th, they raced.
Yes.
He had engine problems, so he was out the race, and Max Verstappen had engine problems.
Sounds like a corny race.
It was, but it was amazing to me because Ferrari won. I haven't seen Ferrari win in a while. They actually walked away.
I heard about that too. Yeah, I did see
that.
Yeah,
they walked away with that one. You know what I'm saying?
But I will say though, at the end of the day, when it comes to the F1, it's like it's not as exciting this year. I don't find it as exciting, but you know what? I want to see a little bit more competition. I'm tired.
You know what though? Here's the thing. The last couple races was definitely kind of like but this one right here, after Hammy and Max Verstappen left,
right,
they was battling out there. It was a battle.
Listen, Max Verstappen is the Draymond Green of F1. He seems to get away with a lot of stuff that other people don't get away with. And the more 100%. That you watch these races,
100%,
you're like, oh, come on, fam. 20-second lead?
I don't know. So I was like, how did he get a 20-second lead?
You trying to tell me that the aerodynamics is that good? I don't think so. But
they claiming that that RB20 is like that new car is the bee's knees.
Okay, I could buy that. But at one point they got to be at the same level though. It's not like it's not at the same level, but I mean they can't be having that much more performance than the counterparts.
Well, the thing is though, just to talk about swiftly, so the car has new cooling ducts and air ducts, right, which obviously bring in more air, but it increases more drag. Ask me how they got around that. I don't know, but that's one of the benefits to making that car so fast.
Which is why every time his car is hitting the corners now, it's sparking for real.
Yeah.
Cars as low to the ground as it can be.
Yeah, factory. But yeah, man, back to the Skyline being booked is crazy.
So this R34, for those that don't know who Lewis Hamilton is, he is a 7-time F1 world champion.
Also, he's been knighted.
He's also been knighted. He's Sir Lewis Hamilton.
Sir Louis.
So,
crazy.
So now there was a video on YouTube of him driving an R34
spinning it around, right?
And he rented it from this car company. That R34 was stolen. So that's what they said. This R34 had a lot of had a lot of press to it. A lot of people knew what it was, and this is why this is actually pretty good. So from Omashiro Rent-A-Car, this exact car was the one Hamilton was driving right when he rented. When the video came out the following month, Omashiro was less than happy. Hamilton's hijinks may have damaged the car's all-wheel drive. The system accumulator was apparently replaced the same month. On January 31st, though, the Nissan was stolen under unspecified circumstances. The car was spotted being driven recklessly and had its plates changed as camouflage. It wasn't tracked down until Monday when customs agents in Yokohama opened the shipping container and found the illicitly obtained car. The Skyline was likely stolen for export, as R34s, GTRs, are now some of the most valuable Japanese cars ever built. They regularly sell for more than $100,000 and sale price have exceeded over $1 million. But that won't happen now, and that car's been intercepted and it's on its way home. Still, Omashiro says many of the parts are missing and that the car will not run for a while. That is interesting, and that's what I wanted to talk about. So when you buy an R34 now, there's a good chance you buying one that was stolen.
Oh no, it's high. It's high on the probability list. Absolutely, 100%.
So when you see these, so I remember there was a situation where a guy had bought a front end to a Subaru, and when he bought the front end, he had actually got it from a place in Virginia.
Okay,
and when he got it, he got an email from a guy who said, "This is my car," from Japan. The guy sent him pictures of the car and said, "This is my car." He sent them pictures of the front clip and the stickers and everything matched. Yeah.
Wow.
So then come to find out, they opened up, it was an auto theft ring in Japan. They had a crew of guys going from America to Japan, stealing these cars, bringing them in the cans over, and then selling them in them JDM engine worlds.
Snap. Yeah.
So now it's just crazy that they doing. I mean, there's all kind of auto theft going on. We got cars being stolen from Canada, sent all the way to Africa.
Yeah.
And they show up over there, but the VIN numbers don't mean nothing. Why is that? Very interesting. We wanted to talk about that just a little bit.
That's
so don't think
that's a fact.
every time your car get booked or something that, because even when they stole my first motorcycle, we never found it. That thing was in a can on its way to Istanbul, Turkey.
Factory.
Gone.
Factory.
Made keys for it and everything. Peace.
Man.
So it's just something to think about.
It really is, though.
Don't think that every time there's somebody stealing, there's somebody that been just some dudes that's pros.
Yeah. Fact.
They pros at what they do. It's just something to think about there. But with that being said, we're gonna jump right into our next little topic because we're running low on time, and you know we like to finish the whole show. So with that being said, you ready for this?
Let's go.
Driver's etiquette, because sometimes you got to get this off your chest.
So this is gonna be interesting. Driver's etiquette today.
Yeah.
Car shows versus car meets. We talked about a couple of things. Now I'm going to talk about what I prefer. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. So with me, I prefer a car show. Reason being,
okay,
is because I may get a little bit more of a glam car. That's not really what I'm looking for, but
give us an example of a glam car.
Like you're gonna get a car with spinning rims and doors up, Lamborghini doors up. Yeah, it's gonna be those out there. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, okay.
It's gonna be a Barbie or Ken. They painted it pink and they got blow up dolls in it or something. Like, you're gonna see that kind of weird stuff. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I could deal with that as long as I get the other cars. The VIP cars. Or if I want to see, the JDM legends, the Euro legends. You get this, and there's cars that are built. Like I'll take it back to when we went to Canada for Import Fest. Totally different vibe there. Don't get it twisted. When we was in Canada, they had music playing.
Yeah.
They had models walking around.
Yeah, but it was low background music though.
It was low background music. How like what we doing right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it was enough, and it was great. And not for nothing, the cars were clean. They were encased. You could walk near them if you want to. The owner was there. You could talk to him. You could find out so many different things. And it was just it was a great auto show. It was a great car show. But now when I go to a car meet, and let's say Gutter Ball Rally Radio, we throw what we call a speed and greet. And I hear Marlon already, but we already got plans for one coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually don't sit around.
Yeah.
We get out of here. We hit the road. And I think that's the best. To me, those are the best things. It's like, why do we need to stand around for?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because I'll do a cars and coffee, but for so long.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
For sure.
Like, you are telling me this car has this much power, this much horsepower. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hit the street. Right or wrong?
Nah, you're 100% correct with that, though. I definitely agree with that, 100%.
So I gotta say that even still, I'm definitely I'm a car show guy.
Yeah.
I don't really like the car meets. It has to be a low key car meet. And even me, I was against the secret car meets. I hate those, but at the same time, I do understand why they do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you bring a lot of riffraff with you if you just let anybody in, which is what we saw at that Rick's Magazine. And like I said, Rick's Magazine car shows are great.
Yeah.
They're doing what they can. They actually having car shows inside of malls.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I mean?
Cool.
But at the end of the day, I don't want to see all the extra.
Nah.
If I wanted to bring my kid, I got to be on. You know what I mean?
Gotta have the gas mask on for all the skunk flying around there.
And it's like, when did that become part of it though?
I don't know.
Like I said, the hookah thing, that bothers me.
So you said there's over there like a couple of genies.
Come on, son, they over there. It's crazy. It's like, okay, we're gonna smoke hookah while we here looking at cars.
Not even looking at.
What is that stuff anyway?
I don't know, son. I don't know. Last time I seen it was like a thing of charcoal on top. Like the charcoal for the grills. That's what it reminds me of. So I don't know. I don't know.
You smoking that? That's what I'm saying, son. It's a lot of weird. Like, I get it, man. Whatever floats your boat. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But when you got other people around, it's like, all right, man. I remember also at this car meet, they were selling food. I was like, see, this is what I'm talking about. Food trucks, car, it's a good mix. But when you start adding in drugs and all that, I am fam. That's where I kind of draw the line. Maybe as I get older, I don't really care for all of that. But I really do like the car show better because I feel like the people at car shows, the companies rather, are more reputable. You know what I mean? Shout to Seneca. He said, see, but the shows you not seen, he said this, but the shows you seen, things driven, more garage princess. This is true. You will see more garage princesses at shows versus car meets.
Yeah. I guess you could, but you probably could blur the lines a little bit because I'm pretty sure it's garage queens at car meets also.
I doubt it.
How not?
How did they get there?
Okay, if they drive this car every 6 months, what do you call that? I'm
not mad at that. You drove it.
But what do you call it though? But even so, even with a car show, you can have a car that's driven every 6 months.
So my thing is, right, I'm not one of them kind of guys that's like, I want to drive my Type R everywhere.
Why not?
Reason being is because you're worried about the car's well-being. You're worried about like someone's trying to steal it or something like that. At the end of the day, I can understand if you dump $100,000 into a car and you like, yo, I'm just not parking this thing everywhere. I'm not driving it anywhere. I understand it. You feel what I'm saying?
But driving it and parking it everywhere is a little different though.
But how many times do you really get a chance to take advantage of a good drive?
That's the thing. No, you're right. You're right about that. Here
we go. Shout to Draco. He said, give me a hot import night car show. That was great. When they had them hot import night shows, oh man.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, it's a different kind of show versus a car meet. When you go there, it's like you don't know what you're gonna get. How many times you don't pull into a car meet? Yo, it's car meet is popping the number of hoopties in there. I'm gonna keep it a stack. There's a lot of people that call they builds and they hoopties. Rust hole right in the side of the fender.
Yeah. I mean, but they got wheels on it.
Yeah, I've seen, and that's another thing. We can't. What constitutes a build? Because we talked about that.
They got wheels on it though. They got $4,000 wheels with a set of $150 tires on it.
$4,000 wheels
with a set of $150
and it's laying on the floor.
You know what I'm saying? Wheels stretched, cameras on deck. What you want? It's a build.
Come on, son. It's ridiculous.
And then he got the parking brake. He got the drift brake on top of that.
The drift brake. He got the samurai sword for the shifter. Yo, all right. I'm not gonna kick dirt. We're not gonna commit vehicular treason here.
He got little Goku hanging on the back for the toe hook.
Come on, son.
That's the build, though.
Little Pokemon hanging out the window, little Pikachu. Listen, at the end of the day, that's what I'm saying. The quality, like that's what to me constitutes a car show versus a car meet is a quality. What's the quality of cars and builds that you're gonna see? Because my thing is, and this is where we start to. This is not me and you, but this is where things start to differ because now you're gonna get cars that are supposedly a build, right?
Yeah.
It's just a how you say last week a BMW Laguna Seca green or blue, and win a whole car show over somebody that took blood, sweat, tears, and pain.
You're right.
And put the car together.
You're right. So it was a Riviera Blue. That's what they call it, right? And he won the entire car show. Bought the car last week. Won the entire car show.
Trash.
And people was upset about that.
I would be too. I remember one time I went to a Honda day. And I ran into this guy. I still have the video. I ran into this guy, crazy CRX. He had like a brown. It was a brown from the Porsche catalog.
Not the macadamia.
Right hand drive. He had everything converted inside the car. K series inside the car. 5 lug. Everything that I would have ever wanted on a CRX. He even had the glass roof. Had the glass roof sun blocker. That's impossible to find. And he didn't get
stolen.
Nah.
Okay.
Well, it could have been stolen on some right-hand drive CRX from overseas somewhere. Who knows? After all of that, he didn't even place. He didn't even get a trophy. I said, why? Well, you know why?
Nah.
You know why?
No.
Because on the other side, at that time, the S2000 was making noise. Duke had a S2000 Slam. You could see he was scraping up against the ground.
Okay.
And they gave it to him.
Wheels on it?
That's it. At that time, it was the CCW wheels. Remember those?
Yeah,
everybody wants the CCW wheels.
Yeah, I know Phil Pye. Like, another skanky wheel. Yeah.
This skanky wheel. Shout out to Marlon. He said, so are you calling my crest not a bill?
Ooh.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not saying that. However,
yeah,
the rust buckets, bro. Let that be at the race. I respect a racing rust bucket.
Absolutely, 100%.
Versus somebody coming in here, cambered, slammed, and is rusted and scrapped out, and they're like, yo, son, I got the build. Yo, I remember there was a CRX. The dude had a chain steering wheel, rusted at the top, slammed, no interior, and dudes was tripping over their shoestrings to see this. Yo, look at that. I was like, yo, y'all kidding me?
I mean, it's something about the rust bucket with some wheels on it, though. Could it be something as like
it's like abstract?
Yeah.
It's like abstract art. Hell no.
So what about a build in progress? Can those show up to the car shows of the car meet? Like, yeah, I got the build in progress.
What's progress though? Show up with a silly front mount, no hood? Yeah. But if you show up with donuts on the car, cheap tires, and you're like, yo, I just changed the engine, and look, and you're doing one wheel burnouts? No, you can keep that home, son. Keep it in a stack right now.
That's it, son. That's a fact. That's what we do here on Rally Radio.
Rally Radio, who we got in the box?
Who we got?
Rally Radio, what's popping?
Let's go, Ace. What's happening?
The moon is calling.
Let's go. What you got for us today? What is it?
We on timeout. We on the timeout time. We on find something to eat. We on a rush all the time, every time.
Let's go.
All right, so I heard y'all just talking about the rust buckets and all that.
Yes.
That is a rat ride. That's from like the rat ride scene, right? Those guys are those super chopped, old school Fords with no interior, rusted to death, right? With big truck motors stuck on them.
Yes.
Right? And so that's how that scene somehow slid its way into the VW market and then slid into the Honda import scene.
right? As you notice, nobody does that no more, right?
I've noticed that.
That's gone because it was an aesthetic and it was here and now it's gone.
I don't know if it's gone though. We've seen.
Nah, I don't think it's gone. I remember I was looking at something, right? Ace, and this guy had it was like it was like a 1986 5 Series, right? Rusted out, had wheels on it.
Stupid.
People was geeking.
To me, I just can't. I can't. They love it.
And that whole thing, right? That whole aesthetic of that kind of thing and mixing it into the newer import car world, right? Well, is kind of why people trip over it. Because that's a really old style of building, right? That's a real, people do it all the time. It's still done. Right? And so when people mix and match the builds like that, people kind of like, oh, wow. How'd you, they get into how it was done.
Okay.
Right? Because right? And so that's why people trip over weird stuff like that. Right? Because it's more of you that's doing something different. Right?
Okay.
It's something completely different than what's normally done with that car. Right? Or what would be done with something like that. And so that's where the admiration for that kind of stuff comes from. Okay. Right? What else did we do on the show? Y'all were talking about the man, first of all, man, very foul of you to talking about the music. Man, you're wrong for that.
Yo, it is what it is.
You're wrong for that.
It is what it is.
I'm putting speakers in here just because I need it louder.
Yo, but you know what?
Because I need it louder.
But I get it. But it's loud for you. But when you could pull over to a car meet, and pull house speakers out, put it on top of your car on the side, and then start, I don't want to hear it. It's like, come on.
And I agree with that. And I agree with that. And it doesn't matter what the music.
That's a fact.
Right? It doesn't matter what the music.
100%.
It's, we're here to hang out and just chill. Why are you making it into a thing? Right? You want a house party? Let's go have a house party.
Yeah, right. That's what it sounds like.
Right? We got house party speakers. Let's have a house. We having a party? Let's just have a party. Right? Turn it, but the hookah, the speakers, and everything.
Come on.
That is the youth. Oh shit! It's a fair. Sweet. But yeah, that's the youth, and that's their that's the thing that they're into, right? Those kids, they're into that whole thing.
Damn, what's that? That's the boys?
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But we wanted to ask you though.
I don't even know where they at neither.
Yo, make sure you take it easy out there. But we wanted to ask you though.
Yeah, no.
Car show or car meet though? Like, where you at with that?
Man, car show, man. Car show. Only because a car meet can be either left or right, right? Because a good car meet is on the same level as a show, right? Whereas a bad car meet is a takeover with hookah.
But that was never a car meet though.
But it started out as that though. A lot of times it started out as that, and then cats start taking it to the street, want to act silly.
And it never starts out as a rev contest burnout show. It never starts like that.
I don't know. I would like to believe it does. Like,
nah. I've been in places where it was one way and then it went the other way. You like, once it go that way, we going this way. You know what I mean?
That's it, man. Yo, you chilling? Yo, the guy with the clapped out Astro van leaves the place and he does a donut. Now everybody's gonna do a donut trying to leave the place.
Right.
Like, yo, come on, man. Come on.
Right. That's true.
Right. It was sweet just a minute ago. We were chilling. It was a good time. Everybody looking at cars. All of a sudden now everybody needs to show off. Rev in 2 seconds. Yo, come on. Yo, we making it hot. Why we need to make it hot?
It's a fact. And this is why I say at the end of the day, I'd rather a car show sometime over a car meet. Now, if we was to go to Japan, I think it would be the other way. You'd rather a car meet versus a car show, because you may see way more in the street than you would see at any kind of sanctioned event. What do you think?
Yeah, you know what? Yo, people go to, what is that, Tokyo Auto Salon, and just walk the parking lot.
Yep.
This picture, they just go to the parking lot. They don't even go inside because of what people bring to the show.
It's a fact. It's a fact.
Right? There's a whole thing about stuff like that. Like these car shows, like the auto shows, right? People go to, they don't even go inside the show. They walk through what people drive to the parking lot.
Right. That's crazy.
That's real.
True. It's true. At the end of the day, the parking lots.
Yeah, and so it definitely, they both have their things that make them cool, right? The meet is a little more relaxed, right? A good meet is a relaxed
wait, say that again. I don't think they heard you. A good what?
Like a meet is more relaxed, right? Like people walking around.
Yo, I can't front. I know we talking crazy, but that was crazy.
Oh,
yo, that is wild.
I gotta go.
Just relax.
Yo, I gotta go. That's it. That's my time. I gotta fly. That's
Yo,
it.
kid, take it easy out there.
It's just the way that.
Yo, oh man, son.
But I hear you though.
Oh, that's it. I gotta. Yo, that's it, man. My time. That's my time. Y'all have a good night.
Yo, Shawn, don't hang up just yet before you get off the phone, man.
Boy.
So you rather the car meets that are relaxed. You gotta clean that up.
That shit, a car meet situation is more relaxed in the atmosphere is more relaxed.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Because it's more of people outside with their cars and chilling, and it's a chill kind of vibe.
Okay.
Right? Compared to let's say like Import Fest.
Yeah.
Right? It's inside, you gotta pay, right? It's really structured, it's really cool.
Yeah.
Right? But it's not as relaxed, right? Everybody's trying to get pictures. People got professional camera equipment, they on the floor, on the ceiling, hanging on, upside down.
Early.
Right? They pushing the models around. Yo, stand over here, do this. They pushing you around. Yo, excuse me, I'm trying to get a shot. Like, yo, calm down, man. Right? Like you can talk to people, but it's still more of like it has more of like a business
feel to it. Okay.
Right? Right. It's not right there. It feels transactional, right? Whereas a car meet feels right, whereas the outside kind of deal feels more right, like a gathering.
Okay.
Right? It feels more it feels more like people getting together and hanging out.
I hear that. Yo, Shawn, thanks for that breakdown. That was actually pretty good, man.
Let's go.
That was pretty good.
Once my mouth figured out what he was trying to do, it was terrible.
Okay, yeah, because that was wild. But yo,
it was bad.
With that being said, man, listen, Dragon's Tail, don't forget.
Oh yeah, we on that.
All right,
we about that.
So with that
we
being
about that, and I'm doing my homework on this Wolf's Tail type. Is not far
from there.
Far, so we might give it a wheel.
They have a couple more roads out there. They have at least 10 more roads out there, but we're gonna get to all of that, man. Yo, Shawn, thanks for calling in. Thanks for that breakdown, man. That was crazy.
Yeah.
But that was a very, very good explanation, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You already know what it is. We're gonna finish this show strong. Thanks for calling up. You already know.
No doubt, fellas. Y'all have a good one every time.
Let's
go. Appreciate that.
All right.
Yeah, peace.
Later.
Yeah.
That actually made a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
It made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, if I pull up and they playing this, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. And matter of fact, we're gonna let this play while I talk too. Cause I love this song right here. Man. I was watching Cars the other day like this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we ain't going to car meets looking for this. But if this what you playing,
it could be low in the background and all that, cars on the grass, chilling, everything. Yeah, it's cool. Everything's cool, chat.
You know what I'm saying?
The fact.
That's what I'm saying. Shout to Seneca. He said, looking for some grippy tires for the Dragon's Tail. You're going to need it. You're going to need it.
Yeah.
It's gonna push you to the limit, man. I ain't gonna front.
Push it to the limit. Yeah.
It's gonna push you out there. Shout to Kenny G, man. They gonna let me stop before they just take our money away. They like, oh, we ain't gonna pay y'all nothing. Okay, but with that being said, man, shout out to everybody who tuned in.
Factory.
Shout out to my guy Ace. That was an excellent definition. So with that being said, you know how we get down. We're gonna jump into the next part of the show. You ready for this? Here we go.
Legends of Auto. Real legends never die.
Let's go.
Yeah.
What you got for him today, kid?
Legends of Auto, man. You know, definitely one of my favorite segments of the show. I think it's pretty interesting. And like I said, man, there's legends all around us, from tracks to cars to bikes to people. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Me and the better one. You know what I'm saying? Rally radio. It's everywhere, right?
Let's go.
But what I got for y'all this week, though, it's pretty hot. And possibly one of the most forgotten vehicles. To those who definitely don't know, and for those who kind of sort of have an idea.
Let's go.
1994 Toyota Corolla TRD 2000.
Ooh. Wait, say that again.
1994 Toyota Corolla TRD 2000. Yeah, one of those legends.
Let's go.
I just want to say, you know, the Corolla has a very interesting, you know, history. People just see it as, you know, a little, you know, chuck wagon.
Sometimes
I feel like that's where it spent most of his life, as being a chuck wagon. People don't really know it to be anything more than, you know, a family running around daily. But this one in particular, though, right? This one was race derived, though, right? Crazy racing heritage. People don't realize this car had a real big racing heritage, right?
Right.
So this car was basically built because of that. It was built to race in the JTCC.
Yes.
Right? Out there in Japan. It had a 2-liter in there, putting out close to 180, which is pretty serious in a car of this size.
Right. And for a 2-liter. It's a lot of
yeah,
power.
and it's NA, so it was pretty crazy, right? Not for nothing. What made it also great, in that it was kind of like, you know, real subtle design. It had dual exhaust. Which Corolla ever had dual exhaust at that time?
Yeah.
So that was crazy, right? And not for nothing, it was like under 40 of these things even made.
Wow.
So it was, I'm saying, like, it's one of those subtle legends that when you see a regular Corolla like this, you wouldn't even understand that it had such a rich racing history.
Facts.
So that right there is beautiful. And they actually called it the AE 101. That was the road going version. Yeah, absolutely.
Wasn't many made.
Nah, absolutely. It was like 40 of them, but they sold. They all sold.
Of course.
Not here, though, of course.
Not
here, right?
Nah,
they had a 2-liter 3S GE engine in there. So it was a pretty bouted engine, son. 100%. 100%.
That was that at that time. That was a non-turbo MR2 motor, though.
Yeah, but see, you know, it's funny because they had an MR2 named the same thing, but it was a little confusing at that point because
2000 GT.
Yeah, right. So it was crazy. This car was ridiculous. So this car was about $32,000 back then. Yeah, for a Corolla. So I'm saying that's a tall order for a Corolla.
Yeah, back then, too.
Back then, that's what I'm saying. So this one right here, fantastic car, very rare, and it's just one of those cars, man. You be like, Toyota Corolla with a wicked racing history. And pardon me, it was 99 made.
99 made.
Come on, son.
That sounds like
Legends of Auto. Real legends never die.
It was so crazy though, right? It had a wicked strut towel brace. Like, you know, do you remember how the Evo ones were set up?
Yeah.
Like it comes across the towels and then goes to the bulkhead.
Right.
One of those on there had a quick shifter. Yeah, it was crazy. This car was set up in such a way. Koenig shock absorbers. The car was set up in such a way, son, where TRD did their thing.
Let's go. You already know what it is, man. You know
bro.
what you get here at Rally Radio.
Legends
Let's go.
Let's go. Real legends never die.
All right, with that being said, you know how we get down, man. We have reached the end of the show. I know we started late, but at the same time, we appreciate those who tuned in and rocked with us for this time that we've been here. I can't front, man. It has been one of those, and I ran into a couple of understeers, man, and it's just been a lot of silliness going on. But my real understeer was Fisker, believe it or not. Like, what are y'all doing? But we're gonna leave them alone. Look like they got enough problems as it is.
Yeah, right.
They got enough problems as it is. But shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention, who rocked with us for this whole time that we've been here. We appreciate y'all greatly. You know what I mean? Definitely been one of our better shows.
Factory.
Had a hard time getting here. Had a hard time starting up. But once we get there, you know how we do, man. We here and we rocking, man. We appreciate everybody for tuning in and rocking with us.
Factory.
Not only that, right?
Yeah.
It's getting warm.
Yep.
Cars is gonna be outside. And we got our first speed and greet coming up. I hope you guys are ready.
Yeah.
It is going to be, and I quote.
Okay.
And like I said, I know Marlon is like
this. Yeah, he gonna hold you to
what
it.
you doing? So our next speed and greet is going to be April.
Let's go.
You ready for this? April 21st. Early morning. Get your cars ready.
Ooh.
The only way we're not going is if it's raining, because if it's pouring, it's never any fun to hit the street. But with that being said, you know how we get down.
Let's go.
Shout out to my guy Sly Fox in the building.
Let's go.
You already know what it is. So don't forget April 21st. April 21st.
Let's go.
Early morning. We're going to send out all the information if you're in the group. We outside. We outside. And this one, we're going to keep this one peace. It's going to be a good driving show out there, but we're going to keep it peace for the most part, but we outside. So with that being said, shout out to everybody who tuned in, paid attention. You got any shout outs you want to give, SI?
I just want to shout out to everybody who's been holding us down, doing their thing. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Let them know it's two guys out here doing their thing. And not for nothing, though, shout out to that SI from last week, car show in the parking lot doing that one wheel burnout.
Holy one wheel.
Yeah, the holy one wheel shout out. You know what I'm saying?
What was he thinking?
I don't know. Some of his kids in the parking lot, B.
And not for nothing, that's another thing too. It was just hilarious. Oh, that's who I wanted to make the understeer today too.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm sorry. That's why. And he just reminded me.
Yeah.
He said kids in the parking lot. The people who moved around Laguna Seca thinking that they was gonna get peace and quiet.
It's the understeer.
What up?
Where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
This is one of those where I was like, I was gonna leave him alone, but you know what? I gotta
let him have it.
First off, there's been a lawsuit that was brought against racing at Laguna Seca, but now they have reached the settlement. But track officials will conduct a sound impact assessment and introduce sound mitigation measures to keep nearby residents happy. This is hilarious to me. Motorsport and Keen Track Day drivers will be pleased to know that the lawsuit against Raceway Laguna Seca Raceway has been settled. The iconic raceway was involved in a legal battle with residents along Highway 68 who banded together to sue the raceway over excessive noise and other disturbances, much like the people who move near the airport and complain about the noise of the planes taking off. And yes, I live in one of those areas. I live in Valley Stream, and you'd be shocked how many people are upset over the planes flying over. I'm like, you live near JFK. I don't understand what part of the game that is, but it looks like they've reached a settlement and they won't be trying to close the track anytime soon. However, for those that was in that case,
it's the understeer.
What up?
Where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
When you buy a car by a racetrack, let's start to believe that people are going to be racing there and it's going to be some noise.
Yeah, and that's what I understand. It's like you try to get involved by crying about it. And when this is clearly your fault, like why couldn't you respect it enough? Like, yo, I did move over here next to that. I should have known.
Come on. I don't get it.
I stuff like that poses me, yo.
I don't get it. But you know what I will say though? At the end of the day, some people are just made to complain.
I think so. I think those people actually exist.
Some people are just made to complain, and at the end of the day, we don't knock them. But I'm just saying, it's got to make sense. Don't be out here complaining about nothing. Shout to my guy Seneca. He said 421 is his first day of vacation, so we expect to see you.
Factory 100%.
Bright and early,
bright-eyed, bushy-tailed out there.
Let's
early.
go. Get your coffee, all of that. And in the meantime, shout out to those who rocked with us.
Factory.
And if you rocked with us, you already know what it is.
Yo espero que no te embales cuando hacerme un tiroteo. La chorita cabeceando porque sabe que el loco la pone feo. Yo no tengo punto por mi casa.
Northern Boulevard is in the building. We here, but with
I'm
that
telling
being
you.
said, shout out to Draco. He said he gonna be in Thailand.
Okay,
Boy.
Draco. All right.
I see you island hopping outside. I
Yeah,
got you.
son. He ain't playing.
But with that being said, we here. Shout out to everybody who rocked with us, who
Mm-hmm.
paid attention, who was rocking with us. Shout out to my guy Sly Fox.
Let's go.
Shout out to Seneca.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Draco. Shout out to Militant NYC. Shout out to Zoom for Zoom.
Let's
He
go.
was in the building. Shout out to everybody who came out and rocked with us. Shout out to all of those who dropped comments. Let us know where you was from. And with that being said, you got any shout outs you want to give once again?
I'm good, man. Really just appreciate y'all for tuning in. And don't forget, man, keep on making it happen. Take it easy out there, too. Don't forget that. It's very important. It's getting warm out there. You know what I'm saying?
It's a fact. Get your tire game ready. And
That's
don't
a
forget,
fact.
We're getting the bikes out, too. So if you ride,
yeah,
you already know what we're talking about. So with that being said,
yes, sir.
Until next week. I just had to do it one more time. I actually like this joint now.
It's not bad. I'm telling you, son, this is the go-to car meet music, bro. This is it, son. I'm telling you.
You ain't never lost. So with that being said,
yes,
until next week,
yes, sir.
We
are
out.
Drop the clutch, hit the gas. Rally Radio, where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio.
Yeah.
The world of hip hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to plane. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tools. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, S.I Shawn, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in to Rally Radio.
Where the fast life meets the fast lane.